So we're going to stand up, right? Welcome back to Yogaxpress, moving the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. We have been hosting this program for over 7 years now, and Susan has been in several of our episodes, but more lately in the last year. Susan has been on our show several times. Susan McNamara is our guest teacher again today. I especially liked your chair moves in the previous episode that you were on. You trained me, you guided me through some
Shoulder and neck,
shoulder and
yes.
neck stretches. I loved it, Susan. And I hope you've got something special again planned for me today. Before we move on and before Susan introduces all of you viewers to her website, I just want to thank our crew. Akram Abiskaran is assisting Isaiah Seabury. Thank you, Akram and Isaiah. I really appreciate you guys being there. And thanks to Erna Charles for the studio setups. My gobo, by the way, this is a turtle, in case you think that's my brain.
I love
it's not.
this
Somebody
turtle.
actually told me, is that a brain? I said, yeah, that's my brain. But that's a turtle with glasses, so that's me. That's my little mascot. Susan McNamara. Susan, you generally teach seniors, adults and seniors in training.
Seniors
to use
in
your
training
phrase.
is my new
I love that.
favorite phrase. Yes, chair and gentle.
And gentle yoga.
And
Where
today
do you
we'll be
teach?
doing chair.
We're going to do chair. Where do you teach?
I
Is there anyone-
teach in the Parks Department right next door on Monday mornings at 10 o'clock.
Next door to the television studio.
For
Okay.
members, yes. And I teach at a community center. I teach chair yoga.
So if people want to reach you, do you announce your classes on your website? You
I
have a
do.
website? You
And
want
the
to call it that?
website, yes, www.susan@sumacyogaNYC.com.
That's your email, and sumacyoga.com is your website.
Yes.
Okay, great. So you guys know how to reach out to Susan. I'm sure after watching last time's episode, you definitely want to get in touch with her, or just drop in. I don't know, you said they're for members, your classes where you
The
teach?
Parks Department is for members, the community room is for co-op, but if you reach me, we can work
Right.
something out even in your own community.
There you go.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to today's lesson, Susan. What do you have planned for me?
So today we're going to work more on last week was the shoulders and the neck, so now we're going to include more of the body. And before we even get started, what's really important with the chair is that, first of all, you do not have wheels on your chair.
Right. you wanna
So
make
that's
sure.
something I should have mentioned, that there's no wheels. It's good not to have arms. If you have arms, that we can work around that sometimes, but better not to have any arms.
Right.
And also, I would suggest that the chair be against the wall, just in case,
makes
for
sense.
safety
Good
purposes.
to take precautions, yeah.
Yeah. So with that, we'll get started, and we'll start with a sun salutation. So we're sitting at the edge of our chair. Before we get started, just to focus on our breath, you can close your eyes for a moment, have your hands on your thighs, sitting in good alignment with the bellies in towards the spine. Belly, not bellies. And, at first I always like to say to breathe your own natural breath and notice where you feel it in your body. And every week is different. And then start to increase your inhalation and your exhalation. And for those that are not accustomed to doing that, you can count to 3, 4, or 5, whatever your dance breath might be. And then notice where you're feeling it in your body. And now we'll take our arms out to the side. You can open your eyes if they're not already open. Swing the arms up, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling and folding over, bringing the hands on the outside of the legs, letting your head drop. Inhaling and lengthening the back, keeping a straight back, looking up, straight back. Exhaling down. Inhaling, reaching the arms out, sweeping the arms up to a chair sun salutation. And bring the arms down by the side. And we'll do that one more time to warm up. Inhaling up. Exhaling, fold over. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, arms out, reaching up. Exhaling down by your side. So we're going to take the block and put the block in between our thighs. And you can hold on to the chair with your left hand if you would like a little more stability, reaching the right arm up. And if you don't feel you need that, you can just let the left arm hang like a rag doll. Reaching the right arm over towards the left. And slowly coming back. And now reaching up the left arm. And let the left arm go towards the right. And then slowly come back down. This time, and as we're doing this, we're squeezing our thighs into that block. Squeezing our thighs so it's keeping our legs forward so the legs are not coming with the body. We'll reach the right arm up again and grab onto the right wrist with the left hand and lengthen as if you could touch where the wall meets the ceiling. And keep the right buttocks on the chair. So don't let that right buttocks come up. And then slowly reach your arms down. Inhale up, grabbing onto the left wrist with the right hand, reaching, feeling that whole side from the hips up through the hand. Reaching, and now slowly bringing the hands down by your side. And now remembering what this feels like, pressing your thighs in towards each other because we're going to do that without the block. So we're going to come into Warrior 2. And this, you may need the block in your front leg, you'll see. Reaching reaching the right foot underneath the knee and reaching the left leg back. Now, if this is not for everyone, you can always bring the back leg like this. So that's always an option to be in this position. Otherwise, yes. And then you look down and see that your heels may be in line with each other.
Am I mirroring you? Should I be turning the other way?
Oh, no, that's right. So you're probably, yes, that's okay. And we'll have our hands
I needed to see how you're doing that.
On our thighs. Inhaling and reaching the arms up into a Warrior 2. And I find that doing this in the chair, you spread your legs a lot wider than you might if you were not in the chair.
You're steady on the chair,
yes,
right?
Yes. And palms facing up. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling down. We'll do that 2 more times. Stretching the arms out. Inhaling up. Exhaling down, pressing the front foot into the mat. And again, if you need a block for that front foot, that's always an option. So the next time we come down, bring the right arm onto the thigh, left arm onto the hip. Let the palm face up. And you might even take your hand around your waist so that you turn your body. Turn your body so that your back could almost be against the wall. And you can stay here. This is an option, staying here, breathing your own balanced breath, or reaching your arm up, the left arm up for
I
me.
can see myself doing this at the subway station.
You know, in New York, it would be okay. And you can stay here, or you can reach your arm over your head so your upper inner arm is near your ear. And breathing, feeling that stretch in the whole side body. And then slowly bring the arm back, bringing your body up, and we'll turn to the other side. Now, oops, now we're going to be looking away from each other.
Right.
And bringing the back leg back. And I find that doing this in a chair really allows you to get that length in between your thighs,
Right.
and you can always stand up. Well, maybe not, depending on the size of your chair. So hands are on your waist. Inhaling and reaching the arms out, palms facing up, pressing that front foot down. Inhale, lengthen the arms up, looking up. Exhale, down. Lengthen again, palms facing up. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, down. And then one more time, then we'll come into side angle. Inhaling up, exhaling down, bringing the left hand onto your thigh, right hand onto your hip. And again, you can bring your hand across your waist to twist yourself as if your back could go against the wall. Have your hand on your hip, and you can stay right here. Breathe into this posture, or bring your arm up, right arm up towards the ceiling, looking up. Inhaling, stretching that arm up. Exhaling over your head, or not, you can leave it. I like to think of it as a local train. You can get off wherever you like. Reaching the arm and breathing. And inhaling, reaching the arm back, coming in to a seated position, bringing your legs around. And we'll sit at the edge of the seat, bringing our heels as close to our body as we can, reaching the toes up and down. Reaching the toes up and the heels up, back and forth, sitting up tall with the belly in towards the spine. And then release and bring, sitting at the edge, reach the right leg up, holding on to your thigh, and we'll reach that right leg out to the right and then back to the left. And you can hold on to your thigh or not. And we'll circle around, sitting up tall, so we don't want to crunch back. Sit up tall.
I find myself doing that.
Yes, it's
So a little more on the edge.
a little more on the edge, and then go in the opposite direction if you haven't already. And then release that leg. And we'll bring the
Talk about thigh burn. I'm
Other-
already feeling it.
And again, out to the side. We'll slowly going in both directions. And again, each side will feel different. Circling that leg in one direction. So this is something you might do when you're on a mat on your back.
Right.
And then going in the other direction. And then place that leg down and shake the leg out. Keep the leg close together. We're coming into a chair pose. We'll have our
From a
arms
chair.
by our side, and we're in a chair. Inhaling and reaching the arms up, not coming off the chair. Reaching up, keeping the buttocks there. Exhaling down. And this time, reaching the arms up, pressing down into the feet, and taking the buttocks off just an inch or so, hovering over the chair, and then slowly coming back down.
My fear is a chair might have moved.
And this is so important because many people use their hands to get on and off a chair. So inhaling, we'll do that one more time, reaching up, keeping the buttocks maybe an inch from the chair, and then slowly coming back down. And this time we'll come all the way up, inhaling, reaching up, reaching the arms up, and exhaling down. We'll come behind the chair, standing in Tadasana, mountain pose, coming onto your toes and your heels. You can hold onto the chair with one hand or two hands. You can let go, knowing the chair is there. And then lower your foot. Bring your feet together as close as they can be. If you need a little space, that's perfectly fine. Lift the toes and feel the inner arch of your foot lifted. Release the toes, but keep that inner arch lifted. Lift the ankles, the knees, and as if that block was between your thighs, press your thighs in towards each other. Draw the buttocks down towards the heels, the belly in towards the spine. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let the arms relax by your side, the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. So many people say, well, this doesn't feel natural. Well, every once in a while, I do this just walking to a bus stop. And it's the more you do it, I like to say that what happens in the chair and the mat doesn't need to stay on the chair and the mat. Now, reaching the arms out, palms facing up.
I can see myself practicing these on the way home.
Inhaling and exhaling. If there's any pose to do first thing in the morning, this might be it. Inhaling, reaching out, pressing down into the floor as you reach the arms up, ground to the crown. And one more time. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling down. And I'm going to push my chair to the side so the viewers can see my feet. I'm holding on to the chair with one hand, and I'm going to open up my leg, open up the right leg,
I'm going to watch you.
so that the heel is on my ankle. And at first you can lift the toe off, lift the heel off, lift the toe, lift the heel. So you can feel that inner thigh muscles. And then release. Keeping the heel on the ankle. You can lift your toes off the ground, or you can bring your foot to your calf, or you can bring it up onto your thigh. Now, this is my place. Others like on their thighs. So any of those three are fine, as long as it's not on the knee. And then you can release your hand from the chair. You can have your hands on your thighs. That would be cool. On your hips. And you can grow your tree by reaching your arms up. Always an option to hold on and reach the entire body. Reach from your hips, your pelvis, your ribs, everything going up as you're pressing down into your foot. And then slowly bring your arms down and come out of that. Shake out your legs, and now we'll go to the other side. So I'll move my chair again so that you can see. Reaching your left ankle on your right, left heel on your right ankle, lifting the toes and the heels, holding on or not. And now lift your toes. You can, and this is perfectly fine, lifting your toes and leaving your heel on your ankle, or bringing your foot onto your calf, or bringing your foot onto your thigh. And if it is on the calf or the thigh, push the foot into the calf or the thigh as much as you push the thigh and the calf into your leg. Hands can be on your hips, and you can smile. Now you can grow your tree or not. You can reach your arms up, reaching the entire body, everything going up as your foot is pressing down. And slowly coming back, oops, and bringing the leg back and shaking that out. Inhaling and exhaling. So this is so good for balance, especially now that we're coming into the winter time. And so now another balancing pose, I think we've done this once before, is standing tall and looking straight ahead, and holding on is okay, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to look down. And reach one foot in front of the other, looking straight ahead, and then bring that foot behind the other. And it seems like a simple pose, but it's not. And then you can try, bring the legs together and work with the other leg, bringing the left leg up, bringing the heel in front of the toes, pressing down to all four corners, and then lifting that foot, bringing the toe behind the other heel. So literally it's like walking on a tightrope. Walking on a tightrope. And then one more time.
And Niagara below, right?
Release.
Walking on a tightrope with the Niagara Falls below.
Oh, yes.
There was someone who did that.
So now we'll come back to our seat. And standing in front, we'll come down into chair pose. So we'll know that you can feel the chair in the back of your thighs. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, reach the arms out and bring the buttocks onto the chair. And we'll take the strap and stretch out the legs. I like to sit at the edge of the chair. So we'll inhale and lengthen your legs straight out. The strap is around the ball of your foot, grabbing onto the belt with your right arm and reaching that leg out to the right as your arm, left arm, reaches out to the left. Sitting up tall, so again, you don't want to be sitting back, you want to sit up tall. Pressing down with your left foot, and then slowly bring that back, reach over. It's not going to go very far.
It's not going at all.
Not going to go. But you'll feel that in your right hip. Reaching your right arm out, looking over your right arm, and then slowly grabbing on to the belt with both hands, and just one time reaching the knee up towards your armpit, and slowly out. And we'll bend our knees and release, and bring it around the other foot.
Did you notice whether our team gave us the cue, the 3 minute?
Oh.
I missed it.
I did not.
How are we going? Akram and Isaiah.
So,
how much time do we have?
Stretching out. Oh, there we go.
Great.
Stretching out
Thank
the leg. And now slowly taking that into your left hand and letting your leg go out to the left as your arm goes out to the right, feeling that in the inner thigh, relaxing the shoulders. And now slowly coming back, grabbing on with your right hand, letting it come over your left, bringing your left arm out, looking over the left arm. Grabbing on with both hands. Inhale, lengthen tall, reaching the heel towards the front of the room and the toes towards your nose. Bend the knee, bringing the knee in towards the armpit. slowly bend that. And then bend the knee and you can take the strap out. Now at home you can do this longer. You can stretch a little longer than what we just did. And now slowly you can bring the block in front. And depending upon what you need, I need 2 blocks for this particular pose to start. And have the arms out by your side, inhaling, reaching up, exhaling, folding over, bringing your hands to the outside of your legs as your head comes down, or not, onto the block. And with each exhale, you might find that your head may come further. You may even be able to change the block length. Come down a little further. And breathe.
That's a tough part. While we're in this position, I'd like to acknowledge our crew. Thank you, Isaiah and Akram, Isaiah Seabury, Akram Abiskarun. And thanks also to Anna Charles, for all 3 of you for making us look so good out here. On behalf of my crew and my team, we'd like to thank Susan McNamara. Susan,
Thank you.
You were amazing. That felt so good. I could stay here forever.
Me too. I guess we need to come up.
Visit Susan. Visit Susan at
SusanSumakYoga.com or email Susan at SumakYoga.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Susan. If you guys want to watch us while we still have a minute to go, I just want to remind you, Yogaxpress is every Monday. We are a weekly show now. Every Monday, Time Warner 56, RCN 83, Fires 34, 7:30 to 8 a.m. in the morning. If you want us to change that to a slightly later time at some future date, we're now in early spring, so if you want to watch these programs a little later, let us know. While we're taping, it's actually winter time. By the time this airs, it will be spring. So just let us know if you want a later time, because more voices means a louder, probably greater chances of us getting a later time. So you need to let us know.
I think 7:30 is a good time.
It is
like
the
that
perfect time actually to practice.
First thing in the morning is so nice, and maybe 6:30 is too early for some people, but 7:30 is...
7:30 is actually pretty good. You're
Yeah,
right. That is the right time to practice, right?
I think so.
Because that's what all my yoga teachers have been saying, and we actually had it at 6:30, and then I found a lot of people were missing it because it's Monday morning.
Yes.
You know, everyone's sort of totally zenned out on Sunday, and then to come back and watch at 6:30 on Monday morning.
Well, they can always tape it too and come back later on and watch
Good
it.
point, yeah.
Because some people like doing their yoga in the evening. Everybody's different.
What's an average size for your classes? I meant to ask you before we got started, but I didn't want to cut into our time.
In the Parks Department, I get up to 20 in my class.
Wow,
Mhm.
okay.
And in my chair yoga, 10 to 15.
10 to 15. And it's usually about half an hour?
But all classes are an hour. 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
1 hour.
I can just see myself just blissing out on this, if there is such a word, for
And
1 hour.
yeah, on the mat class, it's mostly laying on your back
Right.
with some on all fours, and then we do some standing. Yes.
Okay, so it's on your back and then some standing. And then when you incorporate